I want to start out by letting y'all know how lucky you are. Why? Because I'm your token hottie for this new episode of M80, and because we have a bunch of new footage from around the world. Busty Walter and Fabian in Germany, Bilko in Australia, and here in America, BMXer Alan Cook shows us his moto skills. And we focus on one of the sport's up-and-coming stars, Lance Coury, so don't you dare turn that channel. Here's our featured rider, Lance Coury.
We're at Wyvern Motorsports, just riding some ramps and some natural hits and dirt hits.
The streets are burning, everybody's got a nerve. Tight pants make it hard not to think about sexual intercourse. The streets are burning, natural love, give me high. You're there, straight like a zombie, Lord, can't believe my eyes. Yeah, national love, come on, national love.
Out here at Wyvern Motorsports, we got a freestyle facility with 5 ramps, a bunch of dirt hits and natural terrain jumps. We got a regulation supercross track, an outdoor national track, and trails all over. Just endless possibilities out here. I have a big part in building a lot of this stuff out here and built all this stuff, so I think it's pretty cool that I have an own part in building what I ride. We've had riders out here such as Ronnie Feist, Drake McElroy, Nate Adams, Derek Garland, just a whole bunch of riders. Yeah, when I see other big names that I've looked up to come out here and have a good time on this course that I helped design and help build, I think it's pretty cool. Getting the foam pit in here is going to be pretty sweet. We got all the materials we basically need, and then we just got to get it all set up and built. Taking our time though, because we want to build the best one around. So hopefully by the time it's done, it'll be the best one in the world.
More Lance later in the show, but first let's check out 2 of Germany's best freestyle professionals.
I'm Busty Walter from Germany, and my job is to jump my motorcycle.
I'm Fabian from Germany, and yeah, I'm Freestyle Motocross Pro Rider. The first time I met Basti, it was in the time I was racing.
When the freestyle thing started, we just connected and rode together, and out of that it became like a really good friendship that we have today. Yeah, Fabian is to the most people, he is a shy guy. He needs to feel comfortable with the people around him.
Basti, yeah, he's a funny guy, always joking. He can talk very good and he likes to talk very much, so that's a little bit different to me and him. But he is having nearly the same technique like me, and I can trust him 100%. If I say I'm going to follow you, I just trust him, go over him, and it's perfect to jump the ramp. When we train together, if he have a question to me, like for Rock Solid, I'm doing my best to help him, and the same to me. If I have some questions, like 9 o'clock or something like that, he told me try this and this.
Hey, you should try this and this, and so and it's worked like this really well for both of us, and we pushed each other to new levels. Fabian and me, we have a lot of things in common. That's like how we treat the sport and how we practice hard. So it's not just a thing that works in FMX for us. We are friends in the first way. And because we are so good friends, we can push each other so good in riding.
When we get back, more Lance, Coury, and a trip to Australia. But first, 90 seconds with Twitch. Lance Coury is one of the youngest riders making a mark in freestyle. Here's a day in his life.
Hey, I'm Lance Coury. is a day in my life. First things first, after waking up at 8 a.m. in the morning, get some breakfast, head to the demo.
After you go to nothing. Work your body, look at your body. A mess inside that dress. You're parasitical, physical. Beastly, mystical.
So I arrive at the event, I gotta sign in, pull up, get unloaded, get geared up, get ready to go ride, and head out to check out the jump.
After you lose your nothing. You like your heart on drugs. Hang up the arrows and the Camaros. No hobbies or collections. Except those hip connections.
Looks like the wind's not gonna die down right now, so we're gonna hold off on some jump shows. Stick around here, meet new people, and conversate, and hopefully the wind will die down and we can get some riding going on. Well, my day of riding's over. Gonna go back to the hotel, chill out for a little bit. You know, it was a little breezy out, so we didn't get too great of a show in, but, you know, we did what we were supposed to do.
Australian riders are on the rise. Leading the pack is this guy. America, let me introduce you to Bilko.
Bilko, aka Blake Williams, and apparently professional freestyle motocrosser. X Games medal hanging up there. Well, I started racing BMX pretty much when I was 5, and then till when I was about 12, and at that point I had a KX60 and went full-time racing through 80s and 125s, and then when I was 18 I started hitting ramps, and it just sort of blew up for me. I guess the hardest thing for someone international is to go to America and get a setup like they have at home, you know, with a good place to ride. This is my parents' place, you know, I've lived here my whole life, you know, I've got the foam pit nearly finished and, you know, two-way down ramp and a super kicker and stuff like that, and my shed here. Crusty Tour is the biggest freestyle event there is in the country, and it's probably the only freestyle event that gets spectators. Australia's pretty passionate about their sport, so they're always going to cheer for the Aussies, you know, even if the Americans riding better. I got the ruler flip that I just learnt, so I started out as a super flip. You know, come showtime, all the boys are watching and the crowd too, so you just want to throw it as big as you can, and, you know, everyone's clapping and cheering, you know, and giving you knuckles and stuff like that. It's pretty cool to when you know you've done something sweet. Sometimes it's even better than having all the crowd cheer, because, you know, they know how hard it is because they ride too. Trying every trick every day and trying to get the feel for it all. You know, there's some things that my bung knee and stuff like that won't let me do, but you know, every time a new trick comes out I want to try and learn it, or, you know, learn a new one myself just to stay on top of the game. I just want to represent my country and head to America flying the Australian flag just like the BMX dirt jumpers are.
When we get back, more Lance Coury and BMXer Alan Cook. See you soon. Welcome back to M80. I'm your token hottie Hadil, and here's a look at BMX rider Alan Cook.
My name's Alan Cook, and I ride BMX. First time I ever raced a BMX bike, I was 3 years old, and it was probably like a week or two after I got my first two-wheel bike. I started riding BMX mainly to emulate what I was growing up around, which was motorcycles. I mean, my dad did it professionally for Kawasaki. He worked at Kawasaki when I was a kid, so that's what I was just brought up around, was motorcycles.
Now there's nothing left to prove. You wasted every chance to go. Life's cold and fast, isn't over. Are you ready to go?
First time I even thought about doing a trick on my bicycle was because I saw Rick Johnson over the finish line, no-hander, and I wanted to emulate that, you know? I wanted to do that stuff. I kind of went off and on with motorcycles and bicycles. I started out bicycles, got into motorcycles for a little while, went back to BMX, but when I went back to BMX from motorcycles, the speed and the size of the jumps and stuff was just too small, and it wasn't really exciting anymore after riding motorcycles, so I had to switch to dirt jumping and riding ramps and stuff like that. I just like kicking the back end out on the dirt bike the most because it's the one thing you can't do on a BMX bike. A lot of these flip tricks and things, you can kind of do them in both, but you can't whip a BMX bike like you can whip a motorcycle. It just doesn't come back. So, I don't know, it's the coolest feeling thing in my eyes, just whipping a dirt bike. Flipping a motorcycle, I've always wanted to do it ever since, Carrie Hart came up with the idea to do it, and foam pits being available, it kind of motivated me to, pull the trigger and get it done.
I'm gonna bring a knife to this party. I'm gonna bring a knife to this party. I'm gonna bring a knife to this party. Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go?
One last time, our featured rider, Lance Coury.
We're out here at Danimals for filming of On the Pipe 4. I've actually been watching On the Pipe videos and the Danimals place before I even got into Freestyle Motocross, and it always looked like a fun place to ride, big, huge jumps, and a year or so later I'm out here riding it.
Try to make us feel whole.
Yeah, Jay only picks a select few of riders to come out to these films. I feel really good that he invited me out.
Yeah, I started shooting with Lance Coury this year. I invited him out to Danimals, which isn't usually the spot that you bring, you know, a young, new kid on the scene to. You know, Lance tricked it a bunch, and it's definitely impressive for someone's first time doing that kind of riding.
He's got a lot of potential. He's got some good style, and definitely goes for it. He's not afraid to go big, so I hope he turns into one of the top guys. We'll just have to see what happens, you know?
Yeah, I'm working to get my own section and on the Pipe 4, so we'll see how it goes, and hopefully you'll see my own section.
That's it. Show's over. Tune in next time for more freestyle motocross and random stupidity. Bye.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing here. I say style on it. I think I'm seeing through the gotta take style on it. I think I'm seeing through the elevator down on it. I think you're seeing I think I'm seeing I think I'm seeing use it just to make your body feel right. Gotta kill the crate.
What's up? This is Mike Mason. When you ride freestyle motocross for a living, you travel a lot, which sucks for 3 reasons. No big screen TVs, no American football, and no Mexican fast food joints. But hey, on the upside, we get to go to places like Mannheim, Vienna, Innsbruck, and Milan to ride freestyle motocross demos, meet foreign girls, wanna make some babies, whatever, party and create chaos. Hell, this last trip I even broke my collarbone. But don't worry, I brought an M80 cameraman with me so you can see how it all went down on the Mike Mason Loosen Europe edition of M80!
If you wanna take my body tonight, then you gotta be somebody tonight. Use me just to make your body feel right. If you wanna take my body tonight, my body tonight. I think I'm seeing trouble. I think I'm seeing trouble. Gotta take style on it. I think I'm seeing trouble. He never made a dime on it. I think I'm seeing trouble. If you wanna take my body tonight, then you gotta be somebody tonight. Use me just to make your body feel right. Gotta kill the crate.
Hi boys, welcome to a new M80. Nothing but freestyle motocross and random stupidity. I'm this episode's token hottie, Cheryl Sands. My job is to look cute for all you dirty-minded freestyle motocross fans out there. That being said, here is the first section of our featured rider, Mike Mason.
Name is Mike Mason. Occupation is wannabe freestyle rider. I saw freestyle in the videos like anybody else at the time I was racing. And pretty much me and Dustin Miller, we were supposed to be out doing motos, you know, training for racing, but we'd always try to find cliff jumps. And Dustin actually ended up getting into some contests. So he lined me up, got me into my first Clear Channel contest, did that. Once I came back from that, I just kind of buckled down and started riding at Dustin's house every day. That pretty much helped me out to where I'm at now.
I can't pretend I'm a concern. Not afraid to take my turn. I guess I'll never learn. Searching for the missing piece. Grab it before you turn to leave. If you ignore your destiny, dreams will get blown away. Your dreams will get blown away.
Making the switch from racing to FMX was fairly simple. When I came to freestyle, you know, I was just out there by myself. And, you know, I've always liked being in the spotlight. You know, I liked it. You know, I don't regret the change. It's been good. And life's a lot easier now.
1,000 voices fill my lungs. Can't pull back the setting sun. Don't know which way to run, which way to run. There's no panic in the streets. Feel the sunlight through the heat. Don't look away, 'cause I wanna stay. I wanna stay. Complacency's no place to be. Safe is never safe to say. If you ignore your destiny, dreams will get blown away. Your dreams will get blown away, blown away.
You know, definitely when I started flipping, I noticed a huge change in everything, you know, like people want me to ride shows, you know, potential sponsors, whatever, but contest results came around and started partying with people, you know, people always like a good partier. I don't know, I wouldn't say I'm a f***ing rock star yet, because I haven't pulled too many chicks or nothing, but I'm working on it.
I can't pretend I'm unconcerned. Not afraid to take my turn. I guess I'll never learn. I'll never learn. Searching for a missing piece. Grab it before you turn to leave. It's just a risk you take. Running away. Running away. Complacency's no place to be. Safe is never safe to say. If you ignore your destiny, dreams will get blown away. Your dreams will get blown away. Blown away. Blown away.
In the future, I guess just decent contest results and some kind of kick-ass job where I can hang out with everyone still.
Every year, the Crusty Tour gets better and better. This year, one of the major reasons was the return of the infamous Larry Linkoggle.
Okay, my name is Larry Link. My occupation is, I guess, riding a dirt bike every now and then. Basically, Crusty Tour this year, you know, it went off. I broke the 250 world record. I wound up going 255, just a big jump.
She ain't no liberty lady. She was the dice that I can see. She loves the black magic. I think she put a spell on me.
Last year it went good. We broke 6 world records in one night. Link Hogel did the 250 world record, which was pretty good. It's amazing.
A lot of planning went into that. We brought it to the fans in Brisbane, Australia, and got, I think, over 23,000 or more people attended that, and it was just an incredible show.
As red as fire. She's always dressed in black.
Got to go out there with, you know, one of my best friends, Trigger Gum. He came out and he broke the overall record at the time, which was 277, and you know, that's just, it was hands down one of the gnarliest and heaviest things I've ever seen.
She
always going to ride. I'm going to keep riding. May probably go for another record. Just keep on evolving and getting gnarly and just basically having fun with our friends, hitting airs.
More Mason and Greg Hartman blowing up when we return. Welcome back. I'm the token hottie, Cheryl. When M80 found out that Mike Mason was headed down to Europe for a series of demos, they assigned him a cameraman and set them loose. Here's what we got back.
Recently, just got back from Europe, had a blast. Went to Vienna, Austria. You know, riding with some really good kids over there that have maybe not gotten noticed yet, but they're definitely gonna come around and get noticed, you know. And, you know, those guys definitely, they hung in there and partied it up, you know, just like they were rock stars, as, you know, like us, but rock stars out there.
That's right.
It's my homie right here. My dog, South Africa.
Oh. Yeah. Well, it's Friday night and nowhere to go. Stacks up the alcohol and living's got the blow. 454, the ticket's pretty far. Racing with the devil on the ass to the town to make fun.
Hello, my name is Matt Trevor. I come from Tottenham. I am 23 years old.
They are pretty Canadians, that's nothing I can see. Driving through the road cars to get off your way. See the head, hot Joe, the men of himself. Sitting down with 49 and 7 nothing hell. Burn, 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 the devil's on your tail. Burn, 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 it's not right hell. Burn, 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 the devil's on your tail. Burn, 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 now I'm running hell.
We're here with Mr. Andre Villa, the king of the Norwegian Last of the Mohicans.
Now, people said the pop and no one lose their rise. And the colors split the day, judgment sections drive by. Says now, boys, that was hell to run. But when you celebrate, you get nobody with the second one.
You know, I definitely want to hang out with them dudes some more, had some fun with them, and maybe they can teach me a thing or two.
We'll have more Mike Mason in Europe later on in the episode, but right now we have Greg Hartman blowing up.
Not a day goes by that I don't think, man, I have the coolest job in the world. Greg Hartman, 22 years old. I'm a freestyle motocross rider. I've been riding motorcycles since I was like 5 years old. For a living, I've been riding since I was 18. I felt like God said, this is what I want you to do with your life. And I've kind of geared everything in my life to that ever since. Past year, I've lived at Chuck Carruthers' house in Cleveland, Texas. Past like year and a half, Texas is where I rode at like in between events and pretty much the only place to get to practice, period. I look up to two guys pretty much. Clint worked with me a lot on bike skill and just getting more control of my bike and all that kind of stuff that I didn't learn because I've always just been kind of a ramp kid, and Chuck worked with me a lot on confidence. Both those guys mean a lot to me as far as influencing my riding. Lately, I just started doing long ramp flips. If they continue to go well, I'd like to step into something a little bit bigger and try my hand at something like the Dew Tour. In another couple years, hopefully I'll still be riding motorcycles, and hopefully I'll still be having fun and hanging out with my friends and traveling and getting to see the world, and I love it.
When we come back, more Mason and Ben Malo. See you then. Canadian rider Ben Malo has a lot on his plate. Demos, free riding, and making his own video. M80 recently caught up with him to see how it's all going down.
I'm a freestyle motocross rider, and my name is Benoit Milo. I'm just practicing pretty much every day, you know, and I'm also filming my second movie with pretty much every rider here. Riding with all these guys also is so much fun and such a good experience for me.
I said I don't want you now. Look at my eyes, running around town making up these lies. When I see you, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm through it. I said go, go. I said go.
Today we are in the Ocatio Wells in the desert. Metzger and Lincoln and all the old school crews here. It's gonna be a good day for sure.
I said I don't think that I like the way we had it. Then I found out you were a cocaine addict. Needle and cotton and razors and mirrors. Then you'll be close to the end of my day. I said go, go. I said go.
The name of my movie is it's called Invasion. Basically, it's myself traveling, to the U.S. and Europe, also in Guatemala. I stopped by Travis Pastrana's house. That was a lot of fun. Then I heard good feedback about the crash section. I just want to, to keep riding, keep going, just and improve my riding, and that's it, having fun.
Okay, we are down to the last segment of our show. One more time, our featured rider, Mike Mason, loose in Europe.
The best part of FMX is getting to travel to a lot of cool places. I mean, there's people that I talk to every day around here, around my house, that say they'd love to go to Europe and just be able to check it out, and I'm getting paid, everything's paid for, my flights, my hotel, and I'm getting paid to ride my dirt bike over there. So, you can't ask for much more than that. Went to Vienna, Austria. probably the best show I've ever done in my life. You know, 2 nights of a sold-out crowd with their air horns and all kinds of weird stuff going on out there, and you know, it was awesome.
So glad to meet you. Get up in a bed. Check out your monkey. What's your wonky? What's your bad? Check it out. All that you say can't make up your mind. Just like the monkey. What's your monkey? What's behind? Leave it now. Crackle the monkey. Crackle the monkey. Watch you go. Come here to free your super soul. It's alright now. It's so alright now. 'Cause you make everything so. 'Cause you make everything so right. So
And Renner and Adam Jones and Derek Bulu showed up, so it's good to always have your USA buddies around too, you know?
So glad to meet you. Caught up in a bed. Just watch your monkey, but your monkey makes you sad. Check it out. Cracker the monkey. Cracker the monkey, watch you go. Come here to free your super soul. It's alright now. It's all alright now. 'Cause you make everything so. 'Cause you make everything so right. So right. So right. So right. So right. 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 Right.
You know, I think we all had a good time and look forward to going over there again.
That's it. Show's over. Tune in next time for more freestyle motocross and random stupidity. Bye.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing. This is on it. I think I'm seeing God takes down on it. I think I'm seeing the animated down on it. Right till you're seeing it. I think I'm seeing I think I'm seeing if it doesn't make your body feel right. Gotta kill the crank.
All right, we're getting ready for X Games. I said no one tell anybody. I got these really cool tricks. Chris, this numbnuts over here, goes and shows everyone the video of me doing all these tricks.
In my defense, I showed 3 people at one time.
Last year this happened. Deegan came out and named my trick after him. So Chris is gonna get his butt kicked.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ghetto Boxing. I'm your host, Rich D'Annunzio, and alongside of me is Fredo the Jab Jabinski. Hello. We are live in Travis Pastrana's garage. Well, let's go to our first fighter, Travis Pastrana. Travis Pastrana is 170 pounds, trains every single day because he's a freestyle and motocross champion. Let's go to the contender, Chris. Chris considers himself a man of leisure. He weighs 219 pounds and never trains. He makes snow angels in the mud for fun and likes to watch reruns of the A-Team. All right, the ring girl's making her way into the ring. Nice can. Let's get into the action right now. Oh, jab, they come out swinging. Travis is great at everything, and he's kind of okay at ghetto boxing.
Well, I think Fat Boy is faring rather well considering that of raw bodybuilder.
You can see that these are raw amateurs, and they... Oh, look at the uppercut by Travis Pastrana!
Oh, that one hurt.
Oh, right on the butt.
Showed footage of secret tricks before the X.
You just don't do that to the 199. Six for the kid. And there's the bell. What did we learn today, Jeb?
We will not do any more flights unless provided free beer.
That's right, and if you're gonna show footage, don't get caught. And now that this traditionally cheesy skit is done, it's time to watch the Travis Pastrana episode of M80!
Welcome to another edition of M80, the show that delivers freestyle motocross, random stupidity, and girls in tight t-shirts, like me. I'm this episode's token hottie, and if you've watched the show before, you know that most of the hotties don't really know about freestyle motocross, but between you and me, I know just a little bit, so shh. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go to our first segment with this episode's featured rider, Travis Pastrana.
My name's Travis Pastrana. My occupation is, well, I really don't even know what my occupation is, but it's cool. And I think I'm good at it, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Started racing when I was 4 years old and pretty much just had fun, progressed from there. Got my first factory Suzuki ride at age 8, and my whole passion was racing. And then the Crusty Demons, the dirt guys, was Seth Enslow and Anthony Pocaroba. They were all at this track I was motoing, and they were all doing this, or they set up this jump, and we all went to watch. I was 13 years old, and they wouldn't jump it. I'm like, oh, those whips. My dad's like, hey, go jump it, Travis. So I went out and I jumped it, and then Seth went to jump it, and he flipped, had a concussion, and hurt his jugular, and Pocaroba went to jump it, and he landed and broke his foot. So then the Crusty Demons, the dirt guys, were stuck with this 13-year-old, and that's how I got my start in freestyle, and then it's just been kind of fun ever since.
Pastrana's always impressing me. He's always coming up with something new and crazy, and doing well at the X Games. That kid's been riding since he could walk, I think.
Heard Travis is working on, or wants to do a 720 and a double backflip, but I'll leave that stuff to the Wonder Boy.
I wonder if Travis surprises himself. Like, I cannot, I could see Travis look in the mirror and say, I cannot believe that I'm doing the things that I'm doing. And what drives me to do it? What drives a man?
I think the sport of freestyle is progression. That's what keeps it alive. Every year everyone goes, oh, that's all they can do on a motorcycle. No, it's not. We're not even close. We haven't even, dude, if you could come to my house for one day in the foam pit, see what I've been practicing. I mean, everyone's like, oh, it's a foam pit. Well, if you can do it once, you can do it. year I try to come out with something that's bigger and badder and that's gonna just set the world on fire. And every year, you know, 1 or 2 guys has always stepped it up, and it's like, it's always a battle. I mean, now we're talking about double backflips, backflip N360s, 360s, backflip Superman sea crabs. I mean, come on, guys, this is awesome, you know? And I think that's what freestyle's about. Thank you very much for suggesting the Umbrella Girl. The only problem is, you know, Umbrella Girls normally that do film shoots are topless. So,
Hey,
even though I
don't care
can't.
if you are Travis Pastrana, my top's not coming off out here.
Well, never hurts to ask.
There'll be more on Travis throughout this episode, also the Red Bull contest in Spain, and Benoit Malo, so don't change the channel. Welcome back from the commercial, boys. So did you miss me? This is Rachel, your token hottie, hanging out here in Glamis. Let's check out this next section. It's the Red Bull contest in Spain. All the boys were there. Renner, Adams, Metzger, and our very own featured rider, Travis Pastrana. And oh yeah, about Travis, don't let the "what's up guys" fool ya, because he has bigger balls than you could ever dream of. Iron balls, steel balls, big cans, you know, I could talk about this all day, but you guys get the picture, so check him out.
Lift your blade, poise your weapon. In the air raid, what would be the outcome? Lift your blade, poise your weapon. In the air raid, what would be the outcome? Bring it. Lift your blade, poise your weapon. In the air raid, what would be the outcome? Lift your blade, poise your weapon. In the air raid, what would be the outcome? To the world.
This was probably the coolest race event, whatever you call it. This place in this bullfighting arena was the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
Comes through the money, control the muscle, making the killing machine move across the water strong, countryside to Babylon, selling drugs and guns and ammunition, shotgun to Barcelona. Lift your blade, point your weapon in the airway, what would be the outcome? Lift your blade, point your weapon in the airway, what would be the outcome? Come on, lift your blade, point your weapon in the airway, what would be the outcome? Lift your blade, point your weapon in the airway, what would be the outcome?
Yeah, I'm stoked. It was a little above my expectations, so totally happy with third. Coming out here with Travis and Nate, you know, you kind of got to keep it real and know what you can and can't do, and those guys are at another level right now, so I'm stoked with third place. So, I mean, you really don't have much bike time. It's just when you're on the bike, it's pretty intense, so I mean, we only rode for a total of maybe 10 minutes tonight, but it's just when you're out there, it's really intense.
Low pressure, high fun, high excitement, best riders in the world were here.
Take their guns away and they're just a bunch of crumbs.
We're taking you straight from Spain to Canada, where you're about to meet Benoit Malo. So check him out, blowing up.
All right, my name is Benoit Malo. I'm from Quebec, Canada. I started freestyle maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I did the PG1 Motocross series and all that. And after that, I tried one IFMA to Boise, Idaho. And now I'm 100% freestyle, no more race.
Can you say
here for my park, so it's always locked. Actually, I have 6 ramps. I have 2 super kicker, and the rest of the ramp are just regular ramp. Yeah, I decided to build my foam pit this last winter. I wanted to bought a BMW. My dad told me, hey, you better to build your own foam pit. I worked on some backflip variation, some doing some tricks in the air. The trick now are just completely sick. You have to take big chance now. Pretty much it. Not used to speak English.
Dude, M80 sucks. Change the channel. What are you waiting for? You're still watching. Change. Click, click.
Welcome back, boys. Let's get into this next section. You know, majority of the footage you see these days are pros on ramps, and more ramps. So it's really cool to check them out on the natural terrain, where it all started 100% natural, just like me.
Free riding is more or less just waking up, going out into the hills, riding, grabbing the shovel, digging out a lip, and just pretty much riding with your friends, having fun. Pretty much the grassroots of where it all started. Everyone started, that's where freestyle came from, was free riding.
It's just gnarly just to hold your bike just wide open and just, you don't see nothing, just a big old mountain, and you just boost off of it, and then you're just flying.
Conscience is the reason you go slipping away. Get your mind into the season. You get slipping away. You go slipping away.
The best moments are when you're out riding, and you hit that new gap that you haven't hit before, or you do that new trick you haven't done yet.
Now I'm free to love myself for more time. Understand that I'm free to love myself for more time. Understand that conscience is the reason you go slipping away. Get your mind into the season. You go slipping away. You go slipping away.
Well, natural terrain riding is definitely, where I come from, that's something I love to do. So if I go ride natural terrain, it's more of just, for the love of it.
It takes a lot to find it, be riding around the desert, look at something and be like, hey, I can go from there to there, no problem. And when you're out riding with your boys, it's not so much peer pressure, it's just more about clout.
Conscience is the reason you can make it okay. Critical graffiti sucking. You can rock it away. Hide up and it's on the wall. You can make it by your soul. Head on, head on, head on, head on. Now I'm free to love myself for more time. Understand that I'm free.
show's almost over, which sucks because I was just starting to have fun with you guys. But anyways, this last segment is on Travis's house and all the real craziness that goes on there. Well, the edited version, the stuff we're allowed to show on TV. Just kidding, Travis.
That was good. I'm all right.
Basically, if a guy comes over here between the ages of 4 and 30, we get them to exceed anybody's wildest expectations and the basic realm of their abilities.
You come to Pastrana land, Pastrana Rama, so many names for this place. Travis's house, you're not going to get away uninjured or whatever. Travis he's got the peer pressure.
Whatever their ability level is, one step is where they go.
I'll see you around. There's no turning back now that you let me down. I'll hang my head down and moan. Well, there's another guy you love. He's coming home. Well, I fell for you quick. Just like 2 cups of coffee and a chewing gum stick. I know which guy that you pick. Another habit to kick for another bad trick. I know which guy that you pick. Another habit to kick for another bad trick.
We feel that the whole neighborhood is going to be in the X Games eventually, and hopefully with a little pushing, guidance. Okay, no guidance, just pushing. For me,
From, boxing, bull riding, flipping into the foam pit, jumping off of bridges in the middle of Annapolis, he is there to tell you, do it. You can do it. Just jump,
we're pretty wide open all day long.
This is my bus driver, Cam. He gets paid to drive things, and right now, I'm hurt, so he's getting paid to crash a Jeep.
Well, that's it for this episode of M80. I'm Rachel, your token hottie. I hope you enjoyed watching me because I definitely enjoyed being watched. So tune in next time for more motocross, random stupidity, and cute girls. But they won't be as cute as me. But anyways, bye.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm saying style on it. I think I'm saying gotta take style on it. I think I'm saying out on it. Until you're saying I think I'm saying if it doesn't make your body feel right, gotta kill the crank.
If you're a freestyle motocrosser, riding dirt bikes becomes your entire life. Between training and riding, your whole schedule is pretty tapped out. So when you get injured, it throws the brakes on your entire program. And you find yourself searching for things to do that will keep your mind off of riding dirt bikes. Hey Mom, what's up? Even doing things you would normally never do. But as weeks grind on, you realize nothing fills the void of not riding, so you start aiming to do things related to the sport in some way. Study the competition. Hey dude, you got some Dr. Pepper in a can?
What the f***? Who is this?
I bet you do.
Kick up the physical training, and find creative ways to stay competitive. But ultimately, it's no use, because nothing you can do can compare to the rush of riding freestyle motocross. Your best bet is to suck it up and wait till you heal. Take it from me, this is Scotty Stevens and you're watching M80.
Hi, I'm Tracy, your token hottie of this episode of M80, the show that brings you freestyle motocross and a ton of random stupidity. Now let's take a look at our featured rider, Scotty Stevens.
Scott Stevens, freestyle motocross rider. Pretty much, I bumped into Grant Teal and Jeremy Lusk three or 4 years ago. And then ever since then, it just kind of took off. And here I am, started doing a couple shows, making a little money, doing demos, and got a couple sponsors, and just trying to have fun with it. My favorite spot to ride, where I ride probably every day, is Temecula, Jimmy Fitzpatrick's house. I mean, you got everything, dirt hits, ramps. You know, almost anybody can hit a ramp, but once you get out here in the hills, like going out here with guys like, you know, Grant and Jeremy, definitely feed off of it, try to get the same style. Try to keep riding, just try to progress and hopefully hit more big events up. And I just want to do a backflip. I'm just trying to flip. That's all I want to do, really, just get my bike upside down.
More of Scotty Stevens later in the show. But first, let's look at one of the best photographers in motocross.
My full name's Grant O'Brien, but everyone knows me as Gobber. Occupation photojournalist from Australia. How I broke into the freestyle industry was my friend started up a freestyle motocross magazine called Freerider MX, contributed pretty much from the start, and yeah, basically just fell into it. One of the biggest, hardest things with freestyle motocross is getting the focus right because they're moving so fast. And then also the timing of the trick, I mean, because you want to capture that image right when their legs are perfectly together or, you know, right at the right moment of that execution. Also the framing of the shot, where you want the rider in the shot. I mean, I picture how I want the shot before I even take it. So, you know, I look at where the ramp is, look where the down ramp is, look at the background. Is there a tree in the way? You know, you pull back a bit so you're seeing more of the compound and a bit of the surrounding, and you get the rider stuck up in the corner of the frame. It looks really cool. The advantage with digital photography is being able to capture the riders, and then, you know, straight away they'll come around to you and you're showing them the shot they just did. They're like, oh, okay, I could really maybe extend that a bit more, and they'll go out and do it again. You'll take another photo. You know, I think that's been pretty cool for the relationship between the rider and the photographer. With a sport like freestyle motocross, I mean, lifestyle is one of the key ingredients. I mean, you know, everyone likes to have fun, and, you know, they ride serious, but they party just as hard, you know, and I think people like to see the rider behind the scene, you know, and those shots are gold, you know, they're priceless. It's such an exciting sport, and I mean, capturing that right image in the perfect light, you know, the newest trick with the full extension at the right moment and the right light is pretty incredible. You know, capturing the sport in that way is really rewarding.
Don't even think about changing the channel, because when we return, more Scotty Stevens and newcomer Danny Torres. Welcome back to M80. Let's take another look at Scotty Stevens, hard at work in Puerto Rico.
What's up, Scotty Stevens? We're at LAX International on our way to Puerto Rico.
We took a straight shot all the way to San Juan for our show in Ponce, Puerto Rico. On the drive out there, it was, you know, beautiful. The land out there was crazy. It was nice. You know, it's definitely a good change from out here in SoCal.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool demo. We did a show with the monster trucks. We got to meet a lot of the monster truck guys and some pretty cool street bike guys that did a lot of cool tricks.
Riders were myself, Burke O'Connell, my boy Grant Teal, and Justin Johansson. All in all, it was good. They were all cool guys. We had a great time out there. It was sweet. Burke, Grant Teal, and Johansson, they're all very good riders, you know.
Bert O'Connell, he wound up going down and breaking his collarbone. Still rode, like a few shows later, just came out and jumped the jump with a hurt shoulder, so I give him respect for that. Didn't even know it, but halfway through practice, Grant's sitting there and says, "Oh yeah, I think it's my birthday today." We're like, "What?"
Happy birthday in Puerto Rico.
On my birthday, we did a show and got to flip my first ramp-to-ramp show. He flipped it good, and he got the crown for doing the flip, and the crowd pumped. The crowds in Puerto Rico are pretty awesome. I mean, they're louder than most crowds, and pretty cool to be riding in front of them. Real motivating. To be able to travel around and ride dirt bikes in other countries, it feels awesome. You know, I never thought I'd be able to do it. I feel very fortunate to be doing it, and I love to do it. It's cool as heck.
Here's Danny Torres, blowing up.
Danny Torres, piloto de freestyle. Es lo mejor, ¿no? Para mí, para ser español, ¿no? Describir España. Yo vivo en Sevilla y, bueno, es una tierra, una parte que hace mucha calor. Estamos muy cerca también de la playa. Yo empecé haciendo campeonato de España y campeonato de Andalucía de motocross con 6 años. Y bueno, con 15 años me dieron la oportunidad de probar freestyle. Salir a América, ¿no? Los americanos tienen un nivel, creo que un paso superior, ¿no? A nivel europeo, a nivel español también. Estamos entrenando, ¿no? Para intentar conseguir poder medirnos desde más cerca con todos los pilotos americanos, ¿no? También pilotos europeos que tienen también un nivel muy alto. Entrenar solo la verdad que es un poco como aburrido, ¿no? Prefiero entrenar con pilotos y bueno, al entrenar con otros pilotos pues también te influye ver otra técnica, de otro truco que creo que te puede favorecer y ayudar en tu forma de pilotar. Además de ser mi trabajo, lo hago por diversión, ¿no? Porque me gusta estar en lo alto de la moto, me gusta divertirme con la moto y con las personas del freestyle, con el público del freestyle. Mi sueño sería estar en un año, ¿no? Estar algún año compitiendo con todos los pilotos en lo que es los X Games.
More Scotty Stevens and Brian Hoff when we return. Welcome back to M80. Here's Brian Hoff and his amateur contest dirt stock.
My name is Brian Hoff. We're in Stanton, Nebraska right now, northeast part of Nebraska. Pretty much farmland, cows, corn, things like that. And it's Nebraska. That's about it. I got this contest set up roughly 6 months ago. I got the idea from the event down in Georgia in December, because last year I did just a demo up here with 3 pro guys, and I decided to broaden it a little bit and make it an amateur event, and it gave everyone in the Midwest an opportunity to get involved in freestyle.
They've never felt like this before. They'd shut it down, yeah, if they could. Would you be a part? Yeah, there's panic in Hollywood. Well, tell me who is to adore. Which name has been taken off the ground? It's on the lips and weights on the shoulder. They'll get no silver, no gold, for all that matter.
Here at Dirt Stock this year, we had a variety of things going on with the quads, the BMX guys, FMX guys. We had a few guys show up on pit bikes just to ride. Things worked out really good and they had a good time. Dirt Stock 2007 turned out to be awesome, I thought. Everyone had a good time. It's going to get bigger and better. I'm going to get more ramps and more landings, be better organized, do a lot of advertisement, and hopefully pick up some big sponsors to go huge.
Show's almost over, but not before one last segment of our featured rider, Scotty Stevens.
Garrett actually was probably one of my best friends growing up all through, my childhood life. He lived like 2 streets over from me, so we actually met just riding bikes. He was involved with cancer for a while and he went into surgery, and unfortunately something happened in surgery, some complications, and he didn't quite make it. But yeah, it was a terrible thing. He was a cool guy, he helped me out. Him and his dad did a lot for us. They used to take us out and build ramps, and he was just all around good dude. He's pretty much my best friend. Yeah, I always definitely think about him. I always try to say a prayer and tell him to watch my back when I'm out there riding. Definitely made me think about life a lot different, just take it a lot more serious. Really makes you think about how short life is and how actually precious it is. Probably me and him be riding for sure. We're out there breaking something. That guy liked to break a lot of stuff and just have fun, cause a bunch of chaos. He just liked to do whatever he wanted. It was funny. We first started off, it was me, Grant Teal, Jeremy Lusk, and Garrett. And we'd actually go out to Beaumont every Saturday and Sunday. His dad would haul the ramp out there. We'd wake up probably like 7 o'clock, get out there by 7:38. And that's pretty much how we all got started. That's when we all hit our first ramp there and started doing our first tricks. Garrett actually was above everybody at the time. He was doing freaking all the big tricks, bigger than anybody, pretty much all the pros. He would go to like this local track up here and be doing one-handed Shaolins off of a 40-foot tabletop and doing double grabs and Indian airs and all that stuff. Like, he was a real skilled rider back in that time. What I'd like to dedicate this whole episode to is Garrett Ellis, rest in peace. If it wasn't for you and your family, I don't think a lot of guys would be at where they're at today, you know. Definitely appreciate everything you guys have done for us, and we're going to miss you, bud.
That's it. Tune in next time for more freestyle motocross and random stupidity. Bye.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing. I say style on it. I think I'm seeing through. God take style on it. I think I'm seeing through. He never made a sound on it. What do you seeing? I think I'm seeing through. I think I'm seeing through. Use me just to make your body feel right. God kill the cream.
Destin Cantrell here. What's up? I've been working hard learning all my tricks, but Travis, double flip? Come on now. Was that really necessary? Think of the little guys in the sport too. Get back to me when you can.
Hey Tiger, it's me, Kyle Loza. Thanks for everything and keeping me safe on my dirt bike and all that. Oh yeah, wanted to ask you. Look, I know we're not supposed to have sex till we're married, and I'm down with that. Totally cool. Just curious, where's that fine line? You know what I mean. I just want to keep things cool.
So just basically wanted to say, thanks again, God, for hooking me up with my new sponsors and making it so I could live and ride at Nate Adams' house. Let us have good luck filming this episode of M80, and oh yeah, please don't let our opening skit make us look like dorks. Thanking you in advance, Jimmy.
Hi, I'm Janelle, your token hottie for this episode of M80. Now, let's get some things started off with Nate Adams.
Nate Adams, freestyle motocross rider. The LG Action Sports Championships. It's been yearly for the last 4 years. LG puts it on in ASA events, and they always have big courses, a lot of dirt jumps, and like double-double or double-double-double sections. So it's one of the funner courses we ride all year, and there's a big purse, so we show up. When I wanted to get to the top, I was looking at guys like Twitch and Deegan and Metzger and Pastrana, and I'm gonna have to beat all these guys. And same thing goes for like Jeremy Lusk and Wiley Fulmer, who are new and did great. But that's how those guys are looking at me. They want to take me down, just like how I wanted to take all those guys down. So those guys are gonna learn everything that they see me do, plus more. So I gotta, like what I said, I gotta keep my eyes on all these kids coming up, because they're looking at me and they're looking to beat us. They're not, not coming to the contest just to hang out and be buddies. There's a lot of guys that are becoming contenders. Mason, Jeremy Lusk, Jim McNeil, Adam Jones, Bo Bamberg, all those guys. Everyone's riding really, really good. The motivation for me is still there. As long as there's guys always stepping up and beating me and you know, getting to where I think they're getting better than me or as good as me, and that's also motivation to keep going as well.
Next up, 90 seconds with Kyle Loza.
Bloody eyes opening, now I can finally see a distorted, blurry version of society. Now we're walking into the fire. Now we're walking into the fire. Lights out downtown in the summer heat. Amphetamine bully boys march to the beat. Now we're walking into the fire. Walking into the fire. Fear inside. Now do you feel alive? There's fear inside when you do the climb.
And when we come back, Jimmy McGuire, more Nate Adams, and a trip to Sin City. Sorry.
Jeff Tilton, Freestyle Motocrosser. Today we're in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Hard Rock Hotel for the Kicker Big Air Bash.
Today we are at Las Vegas at the Hard Rock Hotel doing a show for Kicker. Kind of part of the SEMA car show. They do it every year. It's always a good time.
The riders here this weekend are Mike Mason, myself, Jake Wyndham, Tilton, Tommy Clowers, Byton, Cody Elkins, and Jeff Beck.
The Big Air Bash is just, it's a really big production. Not all the demos they do are this big. So we're in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Hard Rock Hotel, and this place is legendary, so it's cool to be able to come and ride freestyle motocross here.
Can't go wrong with the good vibe of the Hard Rock and out riding with your buddies, you know? Never want to ask for anything more.
Welcome back. Here's more Nate Adams and Jimmy McGuire.
I'm very much enjoying my new place. It used to be Brian Deegan's house, and I bought it off Brian almost a year ago, and he left the foam pit here, and now I'm a little bit outside Temecula in the wine country, and got freestyle course in the backyard, foam pit, pool. All my friends moved in, so it's a good setup.
You know, 4 racers and then me and Nate Adams, and we have a foam pit and many jumps, many ramps. It's just like perfect. I don't think it could get any better than this. It's kind of like paradise.
I guess if you have a dirt bike track in your backyard, people are just gonna want to come and ride it. So, and it's constantly like I have to just tell people. I have to tell my friends like, no, you can't come ride. There's already 4 people coming to ride today. And you feel bad telling your friends that, but gee, there's a lot of work. Keeping up a course is a lot of work.
I think this place is going to stay around for a while. I plan on living here for a while. I mean, it's perfect. The weather's always perfect. I mean, I think Nate plans on being here for a while and keeping this place around so we can, farther the sport of freestyle motocross.
It takes the first spark to make it through the night. It takes all night just to get it right. I said yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah! Oh yeah! It takes the first spark to get it right. It takes all night just to get it right. It's right now. It's right now!
When we come back, Dustin Cantrell, the legend himself, Mike Singmars, and me. You don't want to miss this. Welcome back to M80. Here's Dustin Cantrell, blowing up.
I'm Dustin Cantrell, 16 years old. I'm out of Corona, California. I ride freestyle dirt bikes. My mom and dad, and my brother, they support me more than anything. I raced since I was about 5, and then when I was 13, and I turned to freestyle and went from there pretty much. Been riding with Jimmy Fitzpatrick, mostly at his house in Temecula. It helps to ride with the top guys for sure. Ride every day and just practice new tricks and just learn as much as you can. Riding with buddies out here in the hills is it's a lot more fun. The ramps kind of get old. You ride ramps every day. I mean, it's still fun. It's something you need to do because in competition, it's all ramps pretty much. But natural training's fun, especially with your buddies. My goal is probably, I want to take it to the top for sure. I want to be one of the top guys, bring up some new tricks and just take it to a different level.
Mike Singmars is one of the pioneers of freestyle motocross and demands a lot of respect, and we're just the show to give it to him.
My name is Mike Singmars. Past occupation was a professional freestyle motocross rider. You know, at the time when all this unfolded, I guess, I think about 96, you know, we didn't have X Games until 99, you know, so we had a good 3 years to figure out, you know, what we were going to do, and we all just decided to film, and at first, you know, we were just jumping dirt all the time. Mickey had built the first ramp for the Warped Tour and stuff, and those worked out real well because we could jump in smaller areas where we didn't have to move a lot of dirt. You know, doing my one-off jumps, they wanted to jump a house and all this stuff, and after signing that one thing, it just kind of snowballed from there. Once all this stuff started turning into something, you know, we started finally getting sponsors and getting money, you know, you're getting noticed, and, you know, it's just turning into a whole bigger thing than what you could even imagine, you know? We went into Cancun one, which was another crazy jump that came off of a boat onto a dock and off the dock, over the water, onto the beach. Didn't really think of much about getting hurt. I just was always into a challenge, you know, and that's what kept me going a lot, was just doing things that other people wouldn't do, you know, and knowing that. I built these crazy doubles. There was like 3 90-foot doubles in a row, and I was just out there just gonna test run them and just practice jumping them, you know, and I was always comfortable on my bike, so I just kind of went for it, and it was kind of wet at the bottom, and I just didn't have enough juice to go for it, but I still went for it. I just had to push the eject button, and I jumped off the bike off to the side, and my head went through my legs, and I just rolled down the hill, and my back was just folded in half. It just changes, you know? Changes you, changes your mind, changes everything you think about. It took me out for almost 2 years, you know, with all my surgeries and stuff like that. And once you're off the bike for that long, you start doubting yourself, you know? So at that time, I knew I was done, and I just, you know, just wanted to get off my bike and just move on, you know? Then I just came and started working here over with my dad, you know. I've always worked out here ever since I was a young kid and stuff, and so now I just paint a couple $100,000 cars and just do stuff like that. But once you've done something on your own, you know, and you've been your own boss, you did your own things, and you did everything in the motorcycle business, it's kind of hard to walk away from that and do something else. I wasn't very happy at all, you know, for a real long time, but I mean, I got a good girl, and you know, my family's super good and everything, but I don't know, I guess it's not there anymore. You know, it's like a rock star getting off the band, you know. I was just riding it because I was having a good time, having fun, and wasn't worried about nothing. I thought I was invincible, thought nothing would never happen, and I just was rolling with the waves.
That's it. Show's over. Tune in next time for more freestyle motocross and random stupidity.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing here. I say sound on it. I think I'm seeing through. God take sound on it. I think I'm seeing through. Get sound on it. I tell you seeing it. I think I'm seeing through. I think I'm seeing through. Use me just to make your body feel right. God, gonna claim.
Well, Australia is one of the best countries in the world, but it does have its pros and cons. I'm Bubba from Crusty Demons, and here's the pros and cons about Australia. The best thing about Australia is the girls like to party. Unfortunately, I can't afford it. Everything's expensive. They want your credit card, they want American dollars, they want Australian dollars. Just give me my beer. Australia has some big ass rats, I tell you that. Vegemite, I thought it was a skid mark in my granny's underpants. You want to start your day with cereal and a turd? But the best thing of Australia is the Crusty Tour. We live rock star, and that's the best thing you'd ever feel in your life. The beer's good, the food's good, the women's good. That's all I got to say about Australia.
Hi, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another episode of M80, the show that brings you freestyle motocross and random stupidity. This episode, we're taking you right into the crazy action of the famous Crusty Tour.
John Freeman, Crusty Demons, creator.
I'm Dana Nicholson, and I make movies.
Started that in 1994, riding around in the California sand dunes and out in the desert.
It just started the era of just, you know, the video motocross industry in general.
Everybody watched the Crusty videos as a wee lad, man. I mean, I think I lived on Crusty 1 and 2 when I was young.
The first one came out, and like all you're hearing about is like Emmy and Hughes and those guys out in the hills riding, and we've never got to see that. So we watched that, and it changed all of our lives. I think everyone that's doing freestyle, and even maybe some moto guys, is like, you understand there's more to a dirt bike than just going out and hammering out laps and, you know, at the track.
Definitely when I was growing up, I watched all those videos. I thought they were gnarly.
When I was younger, you know, the freestyle wasn't even around, so I watched the whole sport evolve basically, you know, through the DVDs.
I mean, I was always pumped when the new Crusty video would come out and see all the new stuff and just carnage and crazy stuff that made you want to go out and ride your dirt bike.
It kind of got a cult following, and several years after that, got a call from a friend of ours in Perth, Australia, and he said, "What do you think, mate? We try and do this live, like your movie live."
Come through to the win, yeah, go ahead, throw the name on it, and then we brought, you know, some of the boys in, and outdoor, you know, plays, couple kickers, couple ramps.
We show up to the venue, 15,000 people came out to see it.
Dude, no one really knew any tricks, and it was just about like, we were gonna set a standard.
It was more just like, you know, hillbilly freestyle, just wide open.
The first show was very loose.
Having fun, and the crowd loved it.
Cars were turned upside down, riots were going, fires were going, police were going nuts. But in the end of all that, it was that these people are the nicest people in the world.
People went mad for it, you know?
Yeah, I knew there was a future for this.
That was the beginning of the Crusty Show.
We'll get back to the Crusty Tour later, but right now, here's 90 Seconds with Jeff Cargola. come back, more Crusty Tour in Australia, and then off to Brody's compound. Welcome back to M80. As promised, here's more of the Crusty Tour.
Mike Porra, and I'm the promoter of the Crusty Demons. I saw video footage of what had been done before we came along. It was basically just, completely out of control, and there was some great riding that happened, but there wasn't much of a show at all.
We're always coming up with a better format, just trying to better ourselves as what we bring to the table.
The promoter actually does a pretty damn good job of, riding the show and choreographing it.
Look into my eyes. Can you see the potion? The potion is the venom. The venom is the poison. Well, look into my eyes. Can't you see the potion? The potion is the serum. The serum is the venom.
It's been a hard grind for a few years to get it to the place we've got it now. And to be honest, it seems like it's all out of control, but in fact, it's choreographed to the second, and it's very synchronized. It's very disciplined and very professional. What I try and do is make sure the riders have a really good time when it's time to have a good time, and I put on the biggest after parties, and everyone gets smashed, and it's just an absolute blast. But then I demand that in the lead up to the shows, in the rehearsals, everybody's here, they're on time, and they're practicing properly and rehearsing the segments properly. But when it all comes together and is done well, everyone is stoked. The crew, the riders, all of us know when it's been a really good show.
Look a little closer. Look a little closer. The potion is the serum. The serum is the venom. Look a little closer.
What's different is just that this is like a choreographed show,
It is a show. We got to know what we're doing. We got to know where we got to be.
Just ride and have fun, have a goof around, and when you've got to be serious, be serious.
And they got trust in each other, and they got it down. It's a oiled machine right now.
That's the main thing. Don't kill ourselves.
People stand up and yell and scream, and for 3 hours they have an absolute blast. That doesn't come from ordinary everyday athletes. That comes from guys that are out of control, that are risking their lives, and that's what these guys do. They're a great bunch of guys, and we've pretty well got it now where we need it to be.
We heard Brody Wilson's compound has been getting better and better, so we went and checked it out for ourselves.
My name's Brody Wilson, and I'm a pro FMX rider. We're in Templeton, Massachusetts, and this is my riding spot. We have 50-something acres of property here. Course is built in one of the fields on maybe 4 or 5 acres. My spot started out as a motocross track like 7 years ago, and then each year I kept adding more and more to the track. ride here most of the spring and summer, and in the winter I'll practice at like Camp Chuck a lot or down in Atlanta and Florida. I built the course here just because there's nothing really within probably like 8 hours of me to practice freestyle seriously. Usually I'm the only one riding here and it's just some friends or family watching, but recently a lot of other East Coast riders have been coming up and staying for a few weeks and riding. The layout for the course was kind of just based off seeing like detour courses, seeing dirt hits, ramps, the wall rides, fun boxes, and just the cool hits. I plan to keep adding on and on to the compound for as long as I'm riding, just making it bigger and better.
When we come back, a look at the newest mini bike DVD, and of course, more Crusty Tour. Welcome back to M80. Here's a look at the latest mini bike DVD, 50 Nuts 3.
My name's Lou, I'm the owner of Clutch Films, and today I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you some of my favorite shots of our new movie, 50 Nuts 3. Here's what you're going to see in 50 Nuts 3. You're going to see bikes, you're going to see beer, races, you're going to see crashes, you're going to see skin knees, you're going to see some guys smoking a little every now and then. So I would recommend that this is for older audiences, 18 and over.
Fingers, my wrists have made a sound. Words in my mouth from a no man's land. Ever see you angles, my head is out of place. I turn around backwards and off sides my face. Time my numbers anytime. I'm a hard wide marathon pressure line.
About you. 1s and zeros on my zodiac sign. Pixelated tears in a silicone mind.
50 Nuts is kind of a combination between a Girls Gone Wild video and Jackass. Girls Gone, Jackass Wild on a 50.
Shut down at night, never dream about you. 1s and zeros on my zodiac signs. Pixelated tears in my silicone mind. Bone melted wires dissolving my skin. My toast melts and flows right out of my shin. Open so open with a circular of my heart. A current on my forehead glows in the dark. Time my numbers anytime. I'm a hard-wired biodrome pleasure line. Pleasure line. Pleasure line. Pleasure line. Pleasure line.
All right, so that's it. I hope you liked it. 50 Nuts 3, Bust a Nut. Check us out at 50nuts.com. We're always looking for new places to ride, and we're always looking for new riders to sponsor.
Show's almost over. One last time, here's the Crusty Tour.
Here we are, about to board the plane from Melbourne to Sydney. One of the shorter flights of the tour. It's only an hour. So last stop of the Crusty Tour in Australia, and I'll survive 7 out of 9 shows, so 2 to go. Please place all baggage in the overhead lockers.
We are in Sydney, Australia on the Crusty Demons of Dirt Tour, and it is the last weekend of the tour.
There's a lot of new riders, a lot of new names, a lot of new faces.
It's a pretty big deal, you know, because it's mainly at my home country, and it's just awesome to go every week and ride and tour with the Crusty Tour.
There's no other time that I've ever had the chance to ride in front of 15, 16,000 people.
You just see all these people in the crowds cheering you on, and you always just go for it, you know.
The caliber of riders here in Australia, I don't want to say this, but they're almost better than the United States right now, at least at this point in time.
Australian riders are, starting to stick out more than us. They're learning all the new big tricks. They got foam pits over here, and they're riding them all the time.
Bilko, Shui, Mini, Belchi, anything that ends with E.
Right now on the Cap City Tour, it's the big deal. You've got the best riders from America and Australia all in one.
I look up to these guys. I want to, get to know them and hang out. And so yeah, just done that. Just started talking to them and hanging out.
Mason and Adam Jones, Twitch, all those guys. That's definitely a highlight. Just have all those guys hanging out with us for 6 weeks. It's awesome.
If we didn't have the American riders here, the crowd wouldn't be coming to see what they're coming to see.
We always ride with each other, and we know pretty much what each other's going to do. And so in all the trains, you're not going to follow someone you haven't followed before and stuff like that. I'd say be back next time we do a tour. The question is where and when. I've already been to India and all over New Zealand and pretty much all over Australia. So, there's still plenty more options. All the other countries of the world to head to.
That's it. Tune in next time for more freestyle motocross and random stupidity.